have been involved, and I just want to come, Mr. Speaker, to the city of Nairobi. Why, Mr. Waziri, why are we not able, just as a people who are intelligent and reasonable, why are we not able to get a system which is self-sustaining, which is reasonably designed and made in such a manner like other countries do, so that we can manage our garbage? Isn't it, Waziri, because many of us in this house and elsewhere are the ones who are actually the ones collecting the garbage and making billions and billions out of it, instead of setting up basic infrastructure which is available? You even have donors. There are donors who want to give us some of these infrastructure so that we set it for free. And yet, every time an idea comes about how we are going to fix the issue of garbage in Nairobi, it dies somewhere. Same way, why are we not able to have...
Kindly be specific in the question you want to ask the Honorable CS.
Can the minister tell us whether the reason why Nairobi cannot collect its garbage and manage it is because of the corruption which is endemic in our government, in our county governments, and all the government departments which are involved in this? That's why we can't move.
Honorable CS, you now may proceed to answer the questions from the various senators.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker and honorable members. Yes, as a ministry, first of all, we've worked on the policy. We have strategies, we've had regulations that have been reviewed, which are really of international standards. But as you know, we at national level, it's all about policy. The implementers are the county level, since waste management is devolved. And one of the new regulations that we have passed, as I said earlier, was the extended producer responsibility, where the polluter pays principle. What does that mean? It means like the plastic bottles of soda. The producer must be able to see the life cycle of these plastic bottles. We should not find them in the rivers. We should not find them anywhere contaminating. So there is some money that should be given. They pay something because of the pollution. Now, these are the resources that we intend to use in order to improve waste management, and as Senator Onyonka has talked about, review the sustainability. I also want to inform the chair of climate that one of the things that we are also looking into is FLOCA, where we know that county governments are being given resources in order to implement FLOCA. One of the areas that they can also review is waste management. And so we'll be supporting them, guiding them in terms of establishing the material recovery facilities, and again ensuring that we are having circular economy implemented at county level. And so we've written advisories again to the counties, and we continue engaging with counties. Our meeting again is scheduled in the coming weeks, where we'll be meeting the governors to explain to them the EPR and see how we can implement. Again, one of the neglected and so-called vulnerable people are the waste pickers. And we are seeing how, again, we can incorporate them into these cooperatives so that we can ensure that there is sustainability, and we are empowering them and creating green jobs for Kenyans. So these are, again, deliberations we'll have at, with the governors. But for counties, we have the county directors routinely meeting. I believe there was a meeting 2 weeks ago where the NEMA team was able to meet them. And again, we continue supporting them even in matters of implementation. But yet again, they are the key implementers of waste management. Regarding the question of tackling residential waste management, as I had said earlier, it's really about convening the polluters. I think, you know, behavioral practices vary in communities. We cannot say, Honorable Esther, that we can tell everyone to change their behavior, but yet again, we can talk to the polluters. And yet again, we can capacitate human resources that can support us in training, whether it's at the school level, the community level, among others, in matters of waste segregation and matters of hygiene and reduction of health risks. And so those are, again, areas that we are looking into, engaging the polluters to see how they can support in improving the behavioral practices. But ultimately, it's about having the human resource capacity. When you're talking about sustainability, the human resource that are able to ensure that the environments are clean, and this is through resources which can be found in the EPR, FLOC, and also resources that have been given to county governments. So they should be able to allocate some of the money for waste management, for establishment of material recovery facilities, for having the human resource, and implementing the rest. So the other question was Senator Muma, who asked, I think we've answered that we have strategy, regulations, and enforcement, and we have intergovernmental relations are strengthened, and we have routine meetings. We sent a gazette notice for asbestos, that is safe removal and safe disposal of asbestos in Kenya. But then we cognizant of the fiscal space, some have been able to do that, others, national government, counties, again, are unable. So we are engaging Treasury and to support us in allocation of resources that will support in implementation of this. Equally, we are engaging partners who can support one way or another. But step by step, we are looking into the safe removal and disposal of waste. And we, again, have come up with guidelines to support in implementation of the same, as well as the strategies. So the next question was regarding banning of plastics. And NEMA provides exemptions for essential uses of food packaging, but EPR, again, should deal with the authorized bags. That is the polluters. In the EPR regulations, you'll notice that we are enforcing that they need to look at the waste that is being produced in matters plastic and ensure that a waste management, recycling of the same is done. We have developed a circular economy strategy, of which we are really finalizing and implementing, courtesy of partners, as well as the African Union. And upon, once it has been passed, now we'll be encouraging circular economy in Kenya. So recycling of plastics will again be addressed in that area. But for the potting bags, what we are encouraging is biodegradable bags that have been meeting the standards of the Kenya Bureau of Standards. So far, we are still reviewing which one would be best suited for our environment, and again, working with the KFS and the State Department of Forestry to ensure that we move to the biodegradable bags. So far, we've not had the one that meets optimum standard. And I think if you could give us time, then we can give a comprehensive report of the bags that we have had so far. But it's something that we have tasked the foresters as well as NEMA to support in the same. For the Waste Management Council, it is being established very soon. And again, regarding the laws, we have developed model laws for the counties. And again, they should be able to use those laws. For us is regulation and policies. The county is for implementation, since waste management is devolved. So again, it's critical to note, Senator Moses, you talked about circular economy. For us, 60% of the waste that we produce is organic waste. of which some can be utilized as fertilizer, and again, as a proportion can be used for methane production and also energy. So for waste to energy of this, the comprehensive, only 5% can be used for energy. Yeah, 5% of the waste. So conversion to energy is a limited amount. I think the focus should be mostly on fertilizers, because that incorporates 60%, and then around 30% is for plastics and recyclable materials, and only 5% is waste to energy. So based on the analysis that has been done in terms of the waste that has been produced in Kenya, then we are looking at the circular economy and what we can do in terms of recycling this waste based on that. So I think we've answered all the questions, and I highlight Senator Onyonka's question. Self-sustainability, it is all about us looking in, and it's about us looking at what we have done is the extended producer responsibility, which we believe is a sustainable solution for Kenya.